What's up, world? Welcome back to the show. It's the last day of the MLB 2020 crazy effing season. But before we get into that, I want to introduce somebody who's a co-host of this show, editor of Call to the Pen, guys. Multiple reviews on IMDb for his old profile. This guy does it all.
Oh my God.
Just picked up another job. I can't tell you what it is. It's a big deal, but I can't tell you what it is. Commissioner of my fantasy baseball league, which is probably his biggest title.
Accomplishment. Yeah.
Manny Go 3 on Twitter. Manny, say what's up to the fans.
What's up, everybody? It's me, guys. You know me. You know me from, my days in Incarnation, first, 8th grade. Spent 1 year in St. Agnes High School on 87th and West End. Then I moved to Jersey. You want the whole story? Just kidding. No, I'm not gonna go there. What's up, guys? It's postseason baseball, man. Let's go. Man.
I just want to quickly say that I had a baseball game today, and I put playing in a baseball game above almost everything in life. So I barely watched sports today. I watched the first Buffalo Bill touchdown of the day, but I didn't watch the rest of the game. Didn't have time to watch any baseball game. Came home, drank like 3 beers, drinking one now, kind of twisted. Don't know how we're going to get through this podcast, but that's just me being honest. The playoff picture is set. Is that correct?
It is, indeed. It is set, and let's go through it real quick. So in the American League, we're going to have the Tampa Bay Rays are going to face off against the Toronto Blue Jays for a 3-game set starting on Tuesday. You're going to have the Cleveland Indians versus the New York Yankees. So the White Sox went from being the one seed earlier this week to falling all the way down to the 7th seed. The Twins end up clinching in the Central. They're going to end up facing the Houston Astros. And then you're going to round it out with the Oakland A's versus the Chicago White Sox. Should we give our reactions to the American League first and then move on to the National League? What do you think?
Yeah, what a bummer for the White Sox, man.
Yes and yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
What I mean is, like, they went from facing potentially the Blue Jays to now facing the Oakland Athletics, which is a way bigger difference to me. I mean, the Blue Jays, they're cool and everything. Like, they're young, they're hip. They fit the description of what you want a team to look like today, like young and they're up and coming and everything. But I just feel like they don't have any pitching besides Ryu. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that the A's are this, like, they're not the Reds when it comes to their pitching staff, but they're better suited for a playoff series than the Blue Jays. So,
right.
I don't know, man.
So if I'm the Blue Jays, so I'm a Yankees fan, as everyone knows. If I'm the Blue Jays, I'm disappointed that I'm not taking the Yankees because, in my opinion, the 2 weakest teams in this roundup of 8 teams are 1, the Houston Astros, and 2, the New York Yankees. I think the Yankees are I'm totally down on this team. I came into the season super excited. You can turn back the tape. I feel like a fucking idiot for saying all the shit I said about this team. All the taunting, all that stuff. I apologize. I take it back. This team has, like, no heart and soul. They either hit a ton of home runs and kill you, or they lose. They have no fight in them. There's no close games, none of that stuff. And it's really disappointing to see in this team. Hopefully they could turn it on somehow, but I don't know. I don't to this point, I don't see it. At the same time, I feel like the A's, I don't have the standings in front of me, but for some reason they're one of those powerhouse teams that I'm also not that afraid of for some reason. I think the scariest teams in the American League, in my opinion, are the Cleveland Indians. Scare me because of their pitching. Mm-hmm. The Tampa Bay Rays scare me. And I guess the Twins, because they have decent pitching and they can hit home runs too. They're like the Yankees and the Rays combined almost. You know what I mean?
You know, I'm not going to lie. Like, the Yankees, I know you're disappointed in how the Yankees have been as of late, but we all know what's going to happen. They're going to turn it up. Judge is going to start hitting home runs again.
Oh my God.
So the Yankees are still to me a scary team to face off in the playoffs. I'll admit the Rays are too. You know, I didn't want to give the Rays credit. I didn't think they'd be winning the division. Here they are, slapping me in the face, taking the #1 overall seed in this 2020 playoff bracket.
Look at you. You're growing up.
Not scared of the Blue Jays. A part of me is not scared of Houston, you know.
Yeah.
They have a lot of injuries right now.
No Verls.
Yeah, White Sox and Yordan Alvarez as well. I don't know how big a deal that is. I don't really know if he was producing this year. Man, guys, I just got to throw in real quick. I had one too many, I think.
I think Yordan Alvarez has been out all year, man, by the way.
Has he been out all year?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, he definitely had a home run moment this year, because in typical social media fashion, I remember getting a notification this year, and you can look this up if you want, but I remember getting a notification this year, Yordan Alvarez going deep, and then the notification was like, Yordan is back, or whatever the hell that means, you know? Let's just forget about the atrocious 2019 postseason that this guy had after such a wonderful rookie season. But
so I'm pretty sure maybe he played a few games, but I'm pretty sure he went down. Okay, here we go. I have his stat sheet right here. You ready, guys? How many games did Yordan Alvarez play? I'm going to give you the over-under here.
As I take a sip of this beer, hit me with it, man.
Over-under, 4 games. How many games did he play? Over-under, what do you think?
Over.
Under. He only played 2 games.
What?
Yeah, 2 games this season. And he hit 1 home run and 4 RBIs, yeah. So
yeah, whoever sent that notification from Bleacher Report, man, you're the devil. You jinxed that guy's entire season. Saying that he was back, because I think he was coming back from an injury.
He was. I think he was. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, man, that's crazy. So how do you see this AL bracket playing out? Like first round and then...
All right, we'll do first round. All right.
Sure, let's just do the first round. Between
the Rays and the Blue Jays, I think it's the Rays. I just think the Rays can do it in so many different ways. A lot of people are down on Glass now, but I still think he's a beast of a pitcher. And one of the most scariest pitchers that you could see out there, because not just because he has good stuff, but because one of the stats that I read about him is about his extension. His arm extension is like the longest in baseball. Like by the time he releases the ball, it looks like he's like right on top of the plate, essentially.
I'm surprised that's not Aroldis Chapman.
No, it's apparently it's Glass now.
Wow.
And one more thing, we have started talking about this before the podcast, but for this upcoming project that we have coming up, which hopefully we'll have an announcement for that soon, I got to interview Ray's third base coach, Rodney Linares, this weekend. And just in doing the research for this guy and what he's done with the Rays organization, this guy should be in consideration. I would say that you guys are going to hear this guy's name in consideration for the Red Sox position. Ron Gardenhire had to retire this past week. I would say that the Detroit Tigers will probably consider him. This is nothing I've heard. It's just from doing the research and seeing that those jobs are open. If you don't hear his name, something's wrong with the system, because this guy, I'm going to list a number of players that went through this guy before they got to the big leagues. And I'm going to tell you a story that he told me, which you'll hear in an interview. In the interview, I think it's going to be released in mid-October. Players that have gone through this guy: Jose Altuve, George Springer, Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, JD Martinez, Kike Hernandez, Delino DeShields. Was it Vince Velasquez? I can't remember. There's about 10 players. I could keep going on and on and on. And 2 stories that he relayed to me that really made the research that I did made me feel that way. When he told me these 2 stories, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, this is the perfect guy you want for a manager. Jose Altuve was drafted by the Astros organization, and they essentially didn't want to give him a shot. They he was going to ride the bench. They wanted to put players ahead of him because he's a short guy. He wasn't presenting as anything that was going to pan out. And one day, Linares saw him take BP, and he said, "There's something special about this guy." And at first, he was kind of put off by Altuve too. Like, I don't know if this guy's gonna do it for me or whatever. So he put him in the lineup at second base one day, and they called him and said they didn't want Altuve. They wanted to put somebody else there. So he said, okay, whatever. I'm going to put him wherever I have a position. If there's an outfield position, I'm putting him there because I know this guy could hit. And he gave him his opportunity. And Altuve essentially spent his entire minor league career under Rodney Linares. And I know that he would say, because he said this to me in the interview, he would say, no, I can't take credit for that. It was all Altuve, whatever. But if it wasn't for a guy vouching for him, for Altuve, like Rodney Linares did, we might not see Altuve today. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the greatest hitters of all time.
So it seems like this guy has like a pulse on the heartbeat of a game and a player. But how is his? And I don't want to get too into this. I want to wait for the interview. I'm interested in hearing the interview. But like, how is his analytical?
I would say that he leans old school, but he's embraced what the modern take is on the game. Like he understands why. Like he was opposed to the shift at first, and then he saw, oh shit, it works. You know, and he understands how a shift works. Like he's the third base coach for the Rays. So for those of you guys who don't know baseball that well,
they're super analytical.
They're like the managers on the field essentially, because you're the one controlling everything.
They shift the most. Yeah, they shift the most. Sometimes I wonder if guys are like available like him for a manager position, but since the entire MLB is leaning towards analytics, that do guys like this get overlooked, and then they just end up becoming like a bench coach or a third base coach and stuff like that.
See, that's the thing. He was initially under the most analytical organization in sports in the Houston Astros, and he went beyond that. So he eventually embraced the analytics and became a super winning manager in the minors, to the point where Baseball America named him the best manager prospect in the minors. He bucked the trend. When they told him these guys aren't good enough, he said, no, I see something here. Like there's something special about this guy. He did the same thing with JD Martinez. And that story he seemed even more proud of, because to everybody, JD Martinez was going to be a nobody.
An afterthought, yeah.
And he saw something, and he did the same thing he did for JD that he did for Altuve. He started writing his name into the lineups, and JD Martinez would struggle. And he would be like, fuck, man, I know this guy has something, but he's struggling here. So one day they called him and said, JD can't play. So he ran somebody out to play the outfield. And as that person's running out to play the outfield, he gets hurt. And he sees his opportunity. He goes, JD, go to left, go. And he moved the guy over to center. Like, that, let's not give anybody else an opportunity here. And from that day forward, JD started raking. And Linares says that JD talks about it all the time. You can go back and listen to the interviews. But what more can you ask for in a manager? A guy who believes in you, a guy who stands behind you, a guy who will embrace the analytics, but if he sees something in you, he's not going to give up on you. You know what I mean? He's not just going to say the numbers. The computer said no, so fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the reason why he hasn't been hired yet is because he never made it to the majors. He only played 2 years in the minor leagues, and he transitioned straight to coaching. And he was in the Astros system for 22 years. He managed for 12 seasons, and his first MLB opportunity was with the Rays as a third base coach, which is a huge deal. And yeah, man, I really think, like I was saying to you before we got on, we just heard that Ron Renicky is probably not going to come back for the Red Sox. He would be the perfect manager for that team, I think. And think about the organization he plays for now under Chaim Bloom. You know what I mean? Was it Chaim? Yeah. No, Chaim Bloom was with the Rays, and now he's with the Red Sox. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think Chaim hired him, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm really like, I'm like, we really don't do these coaches any service. Just doing a little bit of research on this guy, I'm like, fuck, man, I've heard of him before, but not this much. I didn't know how much of an impact he had on the Astros organization. So anyway, Rays over the Blue Jays.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you're saying Rays over the Blue Jays, and I too think that it'll be the Rays over the Blue Jays. But right now, the Rays have some key players on the IL. Yandy Diaz, 10-day DL, but it seems optimistic that he will be available for the postseason. Jose Alvarado, left-handed relief pitcher. I'm pretty sure he's gone for the season. I'm seeing he's on the 60-day DL. Ji-Man Choi, who is the Garrett Cole finisher, as I like to. I just made that up. 10-day DL as well, but seems optimistic for the postseason. Austin Meadows should be finishing up his 10-day DL, coming back for the postseason. But they got some key players in the IL. So it could be the Blue Jays getting hot at the right time. Who knows, man? That'd be crazy. That'd be a big upset to me. But
I don't know.
what
I
do you
doubt
think?
it. The next matchup is the Yankees and the Indians. I think this is the worst possible matchup that the Yankees could have gotten in the first round.
I think the Twins would have been the worst matchup.
I don't know. I don't think so because I think there's something about slaying that dragon. Like, even though half of those teams probably have nothing to do with those teams that couldn't beat the Yankees, there's just something about the Twins versus the Yankees that for me, I feel like the Twins are very similar to the Yankees. They're like a home run or nothing type team, except I think they have probably have better pitching overall. I'm not sure.
No, I
But
don't think so.
I don't want to see Shane Bieber followed by probably Carlos Carrasco or Plesac. And there's another starter for the Twins who's beasting the season.
You mean for the Indians?
For the Indians.
McKenzie?
Not Mackenzie Gore is another one.
No, Mackenzie Gore is part of the.
No, that he's from the Padres. Wow.
Yeah, no. This guy McKenzie
like
is like
Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah,
Trent McKenzie. Something
maybe?
McKenzie.
I just call him McKenzie.
Okay, I got it. It's the guy's name I can't pronounce. Okay, and I'm looking at his numbers and maybe they're not that great, but I feel like I looked at them recently. They're not that
Well, the
bad.
point is the Indians are no slouch when it comes to starting pitching.
How do you say this guy's name? Cavale?
I think the he got rocked yesterday. I think
He got rocked and his ERA ballooned because of it, but still,
yeah,
decent most.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't want to face that pitching. I don't want to face that pitching. You know Shane Bieber versus Garrett Cole. I'm not. I think I go Beaver based on what happened this season.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
We should have mentioned this earlier, but Shane Bieber is walking away with the Triple Crown this year, guys.
Yeah.
So he's the Cy Young winner. If anybody else gets the Cy Young, it was a snub. Justin Bieber, Shane Bieber got snubbed if he doesn't get the Cy Young. But listen,
how many beers did you drink, man?
like 3, but one of them was an IPA that a cousin of ours handed to me at the baseball game that I was playing at. That we won, by the way. Oof. So shout out. But yeah, man, that hit me pretty hard. But I saw something in the Twins. I've been watching the Twins lately. And the Twins, they're more than just a home run team, man. They put the ball in play, and I think they, aside from the White Sox, have the scariest lineup in this postseason bracket. And I feel like Yankees pitching, although it's been okay, I think they could have survived the Garrett Cole start, an okay J. Happ start, a Masahiro Tanaka start. I'm not saying the Yankees couldn't do the opposite to the Twins, but it's time, man. It's time. Either the Twins face the Yankees, would have faced the Yankees now, will face the Yankees in the next round. I think the Twins, actually, no, they won't face them until the ALCS, but you get the point.
Here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think the Cleveland Indians are the worst possible team the Yankees could face in the first round. It's because it's a 3-game series. You just have to win 2 games.
Yeah.
So the reason why you signed Garrett Cole is because you needed that ace killer, that stopper right there. And that killer is going to face off against the best pitcher in baseball, Shane Bieber. Yep. Literally, the first game that the Yankees are going to have in the postseason, they got this guy to assassinate people. He's going to end up facing off fucking – it's like Kill Bill when you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? Like I mentioned earlier in this podcast, I didn't watch a lot of baseball today. I try to watch as much recaps of yesterday's games. The only baseball game I really watched yesterday, because I was watching the NBA Finals, was the Mets game, the DeGrom game. By the way, I wanted the Mets to survive.
Me too.
I wanted to see them in the postseason. Let me just say that. I know we rip on the Mets a lot, but seeing DeGrom pitch, I kind of wanted to see them in the playoffs. But anyways, that's besides the point. I don't know who lined up perfectly to have your aces go game 1, game 2, and all that stuff. So I don't know if is Shane Bieber going to pitch game 1? Like, is that official?
I would imagine so. I could check right now when the last time he started was. But I would imagine that because the Indians were pretty much in. Like, it was going to take a lot for them not to get in. So if they don't have Bieber lined up for game 1, then
I was going to say that Garrett Cole just has to outlast Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber's not going to go the entire game. So all they would have to do is, he would have to pitch well enough that the game is still within reach, or that you're winning late into the game and then hand it over to the bullpen. But I don't think I have to look at the numbers to know that the Yankees bullpen hasn't been that great this year. So, yeah.
So Biebs, as I call him, hasn't pitched since the 23rd. So he'll be available.
He's definitely pitching. Yeah, he's definitely pitching.
So, by the way, what a matchup. Cole versus Bieber. Like, that's must-see TV right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be away with the kids. I'm gonna make sure that they're fucking – I hope that's a night game, and then I'm gonna put them in bed at 6 that night. Just kidding. I'll watch it on my phone. Anyway, Bieber has gone beyond has pitched into the 8th inning 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season. I think Cole didn't do it once this year. So
no, he didn't.
So if anybody's gonna outlast the other, it's gonna be Bieber over Cole. And Cole this season, I feel like he's at 100 pitches in the 5th inning. Like he's had a phenomenal. I think the Yankees got what they paid for. I do not regret signing Garrett Cole based on what he's done this season, but it's a shortened season, and if you look at the numbers, he started getting hot after his 9th and his 10th game. I think after his 11th, 12th game, and that's exactly where we are now. So I'm hoping that he gets super hot and turns into that Garrett Cole that we saw at the end of last year. If he is that person, then I feel a lot more confident than I do right now. Right now, game 1 is it's even for me. It could go either way. When it comes to game 2 and game 3, I was hoping that we could just take game 1, because then you could steal game 2 or game 3 from the Indians, from Carrasco or from Plesac. But you're breaking even in game 1. It could go anybody's way. And then you're putting all your eggs into Masahiro Tanaka or Jay Happ's basket. And I'm confident in Tanaka, and I'm semi-confident in Jay Happ, but I'm not I wouldn't be surprised if they lost either. You know what I mean? They're not ace stoppers. They're not guys you're expecting to go out and win. They're guys you're expecting to go out and do the job, and your offense is going to be able to carry it over. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Nope.
So I don't know. I
feel like that series is going to go to game 5.
Game 3. Best of 3, man.
It's a best of 3.
Best of 3. Yep.
Just
a lot of beers, guys. All right, let's move on. Next,
it'll go to game 3. It'll go to game 3.
Next is the Minnesota Twins versus the Houston Astros. I think it's going to be the Twins.
It better be the Twins, because although I'm not as heavy on the Astros hate as the entire world is, I'm not saying I want these guys to be eliminated. I just don't think the Twins can lose to this team, man. Twins, Josh Donaldson is day to day. So the bringer of rain, who I think I chose him to be my comeback player of the year at the beginning of the year, hasn't had much time to really display his home run talent this year, but he's day to day. But like I said before, the Twins lineup, man, they to me, that's the best lineup next to the White Sox in the playoffs. Not looking at the numbers, this is more like a gut feeling. The Twins, to me, Nelson Cruz having an amazing season. The Twins can't lose to the Astros. Astros are without Justin Verlander, Yordan Alvarez, like I mentioned before, although he's been out the whole season, so that's not news to anyone. But Jake Odorizzi too, 10-day DL for the Twins.
Nice.
Likely available for the postseason, but
I'm gonna give you some.
It's a 3-game series, so
you would say it's Greinke, probably Ukidi, and is McCullers a reliever or is he starting the season? I really can't. I have no idea.
I would say McCullers would be out of the bullpen, but there's that other guy. He's on my fantasy baseball team. I wish it's like Javier.
Yeah, they do have another starter.
Christian Javier.
Okay.
I think he'd get a start.
So
pretty good this year.
Greinke's probably your game 1 starter. Here's some numbers for Greinke against the Minnesota Twins for his career. The Twins have a 4.64 ERA. I mean, Greinke has a 4.64 ERA against the Twins. That's the 3rd worst of any team in baseball. The only teams ahead of them are the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. He has a 1.3 1.438 whip against the Twins in his career. That's the second worst of any team he's faced in his entire career.
Damn.
So let me see. Strikeouts per 9, 7.2 strikeouts per 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 worst of any team he's faced in his entire career. So he was a member of the Kansas City Royals to start his career, so he faced them a lot early on. Maybe he hasn't faced them as much later on in his career. I was trying to look at splits for 2019, and he didn't face the Twins last year. So, but I'm looking at his career numbers. Sometimes, these trends continue. So just something to keep your mind on. Maybe, if he's your game one starter, the Twins could probably beat him because he doesn't have good numbers against them. So I don't know. I'm going Twins. I don't really feel that confident in the Astros. I feel like when Verlander went down, Alvarez isn't there. The team has been struggling offensively. I feel like, I don't know. It's just not their year this year.
The Astros are a sub 500 team to finish off the season.
The only sub 500 team in the whole thing, I believe.
They're 4-13 against teams over 500. They're 9-23 away. Twins have home field advantage. Twins are actually 18-12 over teams above 500. So the Twins are just a better team in this matchup. I think the Twins are going to win this series. That's all I got to say, man.
No, yeah. I think all the numbers, if you're looking at statistically, all the numbers are skewing against the Astros, and I just feel like the Twins just have a better feel to them.
Yep.
And the fact that they're hot now. They took over and won the division. They were I think the 4 or 5 seed early this week, and they've been, I know the White Sox have been struggling, but they're going in hot. Let's move on to the A's and the White Sox. Like I mentioned before, the White Sox were the 1 seed earlier this week, and they dropped all the way to the 7 seed. They were literally handing the Yankees home field advantage. So were the Cleveland Indians for that point, and the Yankees couldn't win a fucking game. But this isn't about the Yankees. I feel like the A's are facing the White Sox at the perfect time. They're reeling right now. I think the last I checked their standings, they had lost maybe 2 out of the last 10. Let me check it real quick before I drop some fake stuff here.
The A's
out of the last 10
5.
games, yeah, they're 2-8 in their last. The White Sox are 2-8 in their last 10 games.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you meant the A's.
Yeah, the A's are 5-5. The run differential is 60 for the White Sox, 42 for the A's.
60 is the best in the American League, tied with the Tampa Bay Rays.
But I bet you if I showed you, if I could do this somehow in the last 7 or 10 days, their run differential has to be in the negatives because they've been really bad.
The White Sox, right?
Yeah. So the A's are facing them at the perfect time. I don't know if their pitching is lined up because they had to play into the weekend to retain home field advantage. They ended up losing it. Not only did they lose it, now they're a wild card team. I don't know if their pitching is lined up, but I'm going A's in this one. Yeah, I would love to see the White Sox advance, but I'm going A's.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I hate to take away this crazy season that the White Sox put together, and what's his name? Jose Abreu is probably the American League MVP, to be honest. Yeah. Just numbers alone, and what the White Sox were able to accomplish this season. But yeah, I can't see the A's losing this series, man, because it's just the A's, man. They won the AL West.
To your point with the Twins, it's time. I think it's time for the A's too, man. How long are they going to keep clinching divisions and getting into the postseason and not making it past the ALDS? I need to look at their baseball reference page because I don't think this team has played in the ALCS since like the 80s or something. I'm going to check real quick.
In the ALCS?
Here we go. So the last time they made an ALCS was 1992. Lost in the ALDS in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. All of them in 5 games, by the way.
Wow.
Oh, no, they made an ALCS in 2006, but got swept 4-0.
Damn.
Shit. Either way, 2008, 2006, it's been 14 years. I think it's time, man. Then they lost the LDS in 5 games, LDS in 5 games, lost a wild card game in 14, lost a wild card game in 18, lost a wild card game in 2019. It's time for the A's. I mean, come on already. Yep. Let's go A's. All right.
The last piece of news for the American League, the Angels fired their GM. They probably looked at that guy. They probably looked at that guy like, hey, we kind of suck. We have the best baseball player in the
Yeah,
in the
man.
world. Probably could go down as the greatest baseball player of all time.
One postseason his entire career. Like, give this guy a shot to win the World Series. My God.
And the Seattle Mariners finished ahead of us this year.
And by the way, the Angels were in it on Friday.
Yeah, they had to win out though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wop,
wop, wop.
Before we move on, I just want to make sure I have our predictions. Who did you pick, Rays or Jays?
Rays.
Wow, me too.
I don't want to. You know
Yankees
what?
or Indians?
I don't think I really gave an answer to this Yankees, and I don't think I did give an answer.
You didn't.
It's weird. It's weird to think that. Yeah, man, I'm fucking twisted. I'm fucking crazy, man. I might take this podcast off the rails.
You degenerate.
You know, it's hard for me to say that the Yankees will be eliminated in the first round, man. That's hard for me to say. So I say, fuck it, Indians, man. Don't let me down, Indians.
All right, I'm going Indians too, man. I'm a Yankees fan.
Damn, no, there's no way that happens, man. There's no way. There is no way.
Twins or Astros?
Twins.
Yeah, me too. I think we're even all the way through.
Yeah,
A's, White Sox.
A's. Yep.
I'm writing this down, bro. Even though we got it even, I'm writing it down. National League, the 1 seed Dodgers face off against the 8 seed Milwaukee Brewers. I can't go against the Dodgers. I don't even think we need to talk about this. Like,
hell no, we don't need to talk about this. Although, wait, Mookie went down yesterday, right?
No.
For like a brief moment, I believe.
Mama, no.
Let's see here. Mookie Betts, day-to-day. Manager Dave Roberts said Betts, hip, is scheduled to face live pitching in a simulated game Tuesday. So will he be? I think he'll be missing the first game.
What the fuck?
Damn, man, day-to-day.
Shit. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Mookie made them the best. You know, Mookie took them from NL West winners to greatest team in baseball. So yeah. I don't think it's okay. It looks like. So does it start on Tuesday?
It's supposed to start on wait, no. The AL, so the whole postseason starts on Tuesday. So the thing kicks off on Tuesday. The AL starts on Tuesday. The NL series starts on Wednesday. They alternate because this way there won't be an off day between series.
Okay, yeah. So
there'll be baseball from September 29th until October 28th every day.
Yeah. So Mookie is day-to-day as of now.
Okay. I still pick the Dodgers.
Yeah. The Dodgers, man.
Come on.
Milwaukee just got in. Like, they barely, even though Josh Hader and Christian Yelich, I know he's not hitting like the ball as often, but he still put together a decent number of home runs. I think 11 or 12 to finish off the season. Ryan Braun is having a monster September out of nowhere.
Tony Bosch. What is Ryan Braun your client again? Come on, let us know.
Yeah, seriously, man. I don't know. So,
by the way, I lied before. I said that the Houston Astros were the only team under 500 to make the postseason. The Milwaukee Brewers are 29-31. They also made the postseason.
I think to your credit, we were focused on the American League, and
thanks, man.
They're the only American League team under 500. So, the Dodgers, man. Dodgers sweep.
Yeah, sure. Dodgers.
We don't know who's going game one, Walker Buehler or Clayton Kershaw, but either way, both of them. I mean, well, Kershaw's pitching great this year, so
he is.
Give it to Kershaw, man.
He gave up that one mistake home run to Trent Grisham, I think, from the Padres, where Grisham kind of celebrated and the Dodgers got all pissed and shit. Fuck them. Dodgers. Next series, Padres Cardinals. Who you got?
Well, here's the thing, Manny.
Let's hear it, Luis.
Dinelson Lamet, day-to-day. Mike Clevenger, day-to-day. Kirby Yates, out for the season. So
Fernando Tatis was slumping. Then that video came out of Tatis Sr. Telling him about his swing. Did you watch that video?
Nah, I did not watch that video.
So shout out to Hector Gomez out there, who I reached out to, by the way. Last week was a busy week for me, Luis. And he offered to kind of be some sort of a mentor to me. So I'm going to accept that offer because the guy's a monster reporter out of DR. And he put out a video of Tatis Sr. talking to Junior while they're watching a game on TV. And as soon as that video came out the next day, Tatis has been going on a tear. So hopefully he can carry that into the postseason. But I'm a believer in pitching carrying a team in the postseason. And I'm not that I feel so confident about the Cardinals' pitching, but they have Flaherty, but he struggled this year. I'm gonna go Padres. I just like this team, man.
No, I like the Padres, and I'm gonna go Padres as well. I'm just saying, man, like Clevinger and Lamet.
I know, but they said Clevinger might come back. That he's not going to be out for the postseason. He could come back.
Here's an interesting takeaway from that series. The St. Louis Cardinals have played 30 games against teams over 500, over and under for the Padres. So the St. Louis Cardinals have played 30, 15-15 for the year against teams over 500, over and under for the San Diego Padres. Have they played under 15 games or over 15 games for teams under 6 and 7?
Wow, that's I'm only saying that because of the Rockies, the Mariners, the Angels. The West was pretty weak this year. The Astros.
The West was weak. Yep. So
and that could be a reason why the Dodgers are so great too. I never considered that.
Dun dun dun.
Just think about it. The Astros, the teams haven't faced teams outside of the region. So This will be the first time this year that the Dodgers are going to face off against the Brewers.
Yeah. Damn, hot take right there.
This will be the first. Yeah, right. This will be the first time that the Padres face off against the Cardinals.
The Central was
actually every series in the NL is these teams haven't seen each other all year.
And the Central was tough too. So
yeah, man, 4 teams came out of the Central.
Who knows if the Brewers just come out of this shit like fuck it.
I think I went into the season saying that the Central was the weakest region. 7 teams are going into the postseason out of the Central.
I think we both said that the West was the hardest. Yeah.
Really? That the West was the hardest.
That the West was the hardest. Yeah.
Because you have the Indians, you have the White Sox, you have the Twins. That's 3. You have the Cardinals, the Cubs, the Reds, and Milwaukee. 7 teams. 7 out of the 16 teams in the postseason come out of a Central division. So I take my words back if I said that. If not, fuck you. Next one, Cubs, Marlins.
I'm gonna go off the books here, man. The Cubs pissed me off for some reason, man. I don't know what it is. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm gonna say that the Marlins. I know Cecil Sanchez hasn't been pitching as sharp as he did when he first got called up. But don't count the Marlins out, man.
So, all right, I wanted to go Marlins too, but I'm gonna go. We have to disagree on one of these. This is crazy.
Why were you gonna go Marlins though? Why were you gonna?
Just because this team has, I think, the worst run differential of any team in the postseason. But you also have to consider that they were also that team that lost by like 27 runs or some shit. It was like a football
one game,
score.
Yep.
So right there, the run differential is lopsided, and they're just like a pesky team. Like there's no one player on that team that raises eyebrows or that you're necessarily afraid of. But who was this guy that I saw yesterday? Just running fucking laps around the Yankees. Harrison, what's his first name? I can't remember. But I'm like, this is the first time, I feel like this is the first time I'm watching this guy and hustle. This team has hustle. This team has heart. And sometimes that wins, you know?
Could it be that the East was weak? I mean, we're talking about Phillies,
yeah, well, the Red Sox,
Mets,
the Red Sox, you could walk all over that team.
Right.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm not. Fuck it, man. Hey, this season was a loss. Who cares, man? I'm a Bills fan. I'm gonna have something else to look forward to.
All right, let's move on, man. Braves, Cincinnati. I don't even need to tell you, man. I'm just gonna write my pick down because you already know.
Listen, Manny.
Oh, you already know, bro.
Manny, my man. At first, I was like, Atlanta's lineup has been pretty beast this year. Also, there's something else I want you to look into, my analytical friend.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look up the exit velocities and distance that get hit in Atlanta, because in the beginning of the year, Giancarlo Stanton had the furthest home run in Atlanta. I think it was like 482 or 470, something crazy.
That was in DC, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was the
Well,
first
his
game.
first. That was in DC.
That was in DC.
No, but then he hit a home run in Atlanta.
Sure, man. Okay.
Fuck it, and then Ronald Acuna hit the furthest home run of the season yesterday or 2 days ago, like 495 or whatever it was. So look into that. But so I don't want to rule Atlanta out, but I caught that little thing that Joey Votto said yesterday about how this Reds team is fucking dangerous or whatever the hell he said. And I don't think the baseball gods like to make Joey Votto look bad. So
oh my God.
I think the Reds are I think Trevor Bauer may walk away with the Cy Young this season. I think the Reds are dangerous. I'm gonna have to go the Reds take the series.
Okay. So do I. I've been vouching for the Reds since the beginning. This is my feel-good story of the year, the Reds, because I went into the season thinking this team was super dangerous. They sucked. They came out of the gate and they sucked. And
kind of fizzled out there in the beginning.
And they just been coming. They're making me proud the last 2 weeks, man. I feel like weeping. Yeah, so the Reds, man. I just think Bauer followed by Gray followed by Castillo is probably the best 1-2-3 punch in baseball, in my opinion. I think the Dodgers probably have the best 1-2 punch in Kershaw followed by Buehler. But 1-2-3, I think I go Cincinnati's.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Cincinnati, even though I mean we're gonna talk about it in a few. This dual MVP type of award that should go out every year, and the Braves have a good one. Freddie Freeman might win the MVP this year, so I don't want to rule them out that easily. But yeah, I also think the Reds can take this one.
I think they can take it. A good pitching can neutralize good hitting, and so this is what the crazy part is that you have potentially the best pitching staff in baseball facing off against the best offense in baseball. So it should be fun to see. So those are our predictions. We disagreed on. Wait, you picked Cincy too?
I picked Cincy. Yeah.
God damn, man.
I picked the Marlins.
We disagreed on one, and only because I wanted to disagree.
What's happening here, man? I don't know. Maybe we're entering a golden age of this podcast. There's no disagreements.
Okay, let's talk about the Papi Ramirez Award. If you guys haven't heard of this, actually, should we do Papi Ramirez or Dike? Should we do Dike or Papi Ramirez first? What do you think?
I don't have anything lined up for Dike. I also should have said today in baseball. Didn't do that either. Kind of got thrown off.
Well, I mean, you've had 1 or 2 or 3 too many.
Yeah, 3 too many.
All right, so fuck Dike. Let's move on to the Papi Ramirez Award. Earlier this week, I ranked the top 5 dynamic duos, I call them, in baseball. It used to be the 3-4 hitters. Maybe today you call them the 2-3 hitters. I'm not sure, but here they are. And tell me if you agree or disagree. At number 5, I have Fernando Tatis and Manny Machado. And the reason why I have them is because they have really good numbers and they turned a lot of heads this year, but they're kind of the same player in a lot of ways. Like elite defenders, run the bases really well, can hit for pop if they want to, can hit for average. But they wow you on the defensive aspect, but they don't necessarily wow you in the other aspects. Like you're not going to see Manny Machado hit a 500-foot homer. You're not going to see Fernando Tatis, same thing, hit a 500-foot homer. They're still an amazing 2-3 punch, but I have them at 5. At 4, I have Mookie Betts, and not Cody Bellinger, but Corey Seager.
Corey Seager
had a breakout season this year, guys. Quietly, too. I feel like if you weren't paying attention to the Dodgers, you probably didn't know this, but Corey Seager this season is hitting .313 with a .960 OPS. He had 15 home runs in 51 games, 41 RBIs. He had a great season this year. And Cody Bellinger isn't the same player this year. I don't know what's going on, but Corey Seager and Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is Mike Trout adjacent. So I don't even need to talk about why I chose Mookie Betts. But Corey Seager, good defender, plays one of the toughest positions on the field, is having his breakout season. And yeah, so I'm
It's
going
crazy.
Mookie Betts, Corey Seager.
It's crazy when the Dodgers got Machado.
Yeah.
When Seager went down, and we were all like thinking of Seager as like an afterthought. Man.
Insane. I kind of forgot that Machado spent some time with the Dodgers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. All right. The next one, whoops, I skipped.
So
then the next one I have is DJ LeMahieu and Luke Boyt. And I ranked them here because they both bring something different to the table, and they do those things really well. DJ LeMahieu is a master contact hitter, won the batting title this year, first player since 1890-something to win a batting title in the NL and the AL.
Yep.
And he's just, in my opinion, if you're looking for someone to fill the shoes of Derek Jeter, I think Aaron Judge, for the most part, you would say did that. But DJ LeMahieu, in my opinion, is almost like a Jeter-esque type of player. Like, he's quiet. He leads by example. And I love this guy, man. I want to see this guy retire with the Yankees. I just love the way he goes about his day-to-day. You know, he's like he's a worker. You know, there's no fucking around with this guy. Plays hurt, plays hard.
Are you afraid that you might have just ruined his career when you said retire?
Probably.
Yeah.
I probably. Yep. I probably did.
Yeah.
And
I
Luke
hear you, man.
Voit leads the Yankees in home runs.
Leads everybody in home runs. The home run king this year.
And he's just become the vocal leader of the team. Like, where Luke Voit is, I mean, DJ LeMahieu is the guy who leads by example. Luke Voit has kind of taken this team and put it on his shoulders. Like, when this team needed a talking to, he went up there in that Zoom call and he said, we're playing like shit. Like, I'm pissed off right now. And it needed to be said. So Luke Voit and DJ LeMahieu.
I'll admit I haven't given Luke Voit a fair, however the saying goes.
And by the way, Luke Voit is give Cashman credit for this guy, people.
Oh my God, already. All right.
Can you give Cashman some credit?
All right, Brian Cashman, cool, bro. Win a World Series. Fuck. I'm sick of hearing Brian Cashman's name, man. Already. Fuck. Make the Yankees look like shit when he's resting people after coming off of a 60-day DL. God. It's fucking annoying. No,
Jason Shreve for Luke Voit. What a fucking
man. Wow. Honestly, I've never given Luke Voit his fair share. There it is. But I gotta admit, man, this guy he belongs on a major league lineup with how he mashes baseballs.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck it. I've been wrong before.
My number 2 dynamic duo, the Papi Ramirez Award, Jose Abreu and Tim Anderson. And for similar reasons as DJ LeMahieu.
I'm surprised this is the number 1, man.
DJ LeMahieu and Luke Voit. Tim Anderson, again, a master contact hitter. He was, earlier this week, he was only like 2 or 3 points behind LeMahieu. Of course, it's a 60-game season, so the numbers are way more skewed now. I think he lost by like 20 points or some shit. But either way, he plays a tough position, plays it hard. He's one of my favorite players to watch on a day-to-day basis. And then you have Jose Abreu, who a monster, man, consistent every single season. And this year might be the MVP award for him. I have them as my number 2, Abreu and Tim Anderson. And last but not least, Marcelo Suna and Freddie Freeman.
Damn, man.
Marcelo Suna, did he get the Triple Crown?
Marcelo Suna?
Triple Crown? In the NL?
No way, because I know Juan Soto, as of yesterday, was the leader in batting average. So
okay.
But you know, Marcelo, he was like 3rd. So I don't think he got the Triple Crown though.
No, Juan Soto's 351, Marcel 338. But he was entering the season. He was entering the final day with a possibility of getting the Triple Crown. He leads the NL in home runs
and RBIs.
And does he? No. Oh yeah, he does. 56 RBIs.
Yeah.
So, okay. And I wanted to pick Ronald Acuna, but Marcelo Suna had a way better season this year. Let's just face it.
Mm-hmm.
And what a pickup by the fucking Braves, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Insane.
He's the Marlins. We always got to go back and think of how the Marlins had all these guys. Yelich,
oh, my God.
Stanton, Osuna. Jose Fernandez.
Insane. R.I.P. So round it out: Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis, Seager Betts, LeMahieu Voit, Anderson Abreu, and Freeman Osuna. Do you disagree with any of them?
I do not disagree with any of them. And again, the Papi Ramirez reward, David
We'll
Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, when they used to do their thing.
Oh man, Freddie, Freeman, and Marcelo Suna. Those were the days, man. When it was Gary Sheffield and A-Rod versus Ortiz, man, Ram.
Yeah,
insane.
Miss it. They're not the other ones though, man. The Eminem brothers.
Yeah.
Justin Morneau.
And Mauer. Joe
Mauer.
You got this, man. You got this.
I'm trying to keep it together. I love Joe
Marcelo
Mauer.
Suna representing DR, right? He's Dominican, right?
Or
is he Cuban?
Nah, I'm gonna say he's Dominican.
I'm claiming.
Let's claim it, man. I'll look it up as you.
All right,
he's Dominican. He's Dominican.
All right, good.
All yes, we got another one.
All right, and the last thing I wanted to do was to rank the aces, and again, agree or disagree with me. I'm just gonna go past it real quick. Let me sort this. I have my ways of doing this, guys.
Okay.
I'm not gonna reveal my secrets though. My number one ace, Cleveland Indians starter Shane Bieber.
Yep.
Damn, should I have gone in reverse? I just ruined it. I gave
Probably. But honestly, though, Shane Bieber is walking away with the Triple Crown for this 60-game season. I have a feeling maybe wins wouldn't have been his, leading statistic.
He still got 8 wins.
Just because in a season like this, the Cleveland Indians might have not closed out as many, but he still got the wins in the short season. Yeah, I'm just saying, like in a 162-game season, however much weight you want to put on this Triple Crown stuff, I still think it's impressive. But just watching Shane Bieber pitch, I mean, this guy, he dots everything he throws. So
yep.
I think everybody knows that you would have won. I think you can go in reverse for the rest of them. Yeah.
You're right, because I think the number 2 is going to be more surprising than the number 1. So let's go in reverse now. Number 16. Wait a second. Do I have too many pictures here? Hold on. Let me count this real quick.
How many were you planning on?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What the fuck?
Damn, man.
Padres, Cardinals, Giants. Giants.
Top 5 will suffice.
I'm ranking every ace for each team. You bastard.
Okay.
The last one is Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals, man. Wainwright. And I was shocked by this. I took out his numbers. And by the way, I started this like 2 days ago. So one of these guys must have started during this time. Anyway.
I think Wainwright started today.
Damn. So his numbers are different. Anyway, Wainwright. And just look at his numbers compared to the Cardinals. Again, I'm ranking the aces for the teams that are in the postseason, not the aces in baseball. Only the teams that are in the postseason. The 16th, I guess that's not a shock. The 16th one is Adam Wainwright. I think he's the ace for the Cardinals. He had a phenomenal season this year, bounced back. If I'm him, I probably retire after the season because I'm like, that's it. Like, I'm not going to match this again. Anyway, but he's not going to because you get millions of dollars.
He pitched yesterday.
Okay. Next, I have Tyler Glasnow.
Okay.
Tyler Glasnow, again, one of the scariest pitchers in baseball, but he just gave up way too many home runs this year, and that skewed his numbers a little bit. Then I have Chris Bassett of the Oakland Athletics. A lot of people think it's Luzardo, but Bassett had a better season than Luzardo did. So look out for him. Then I have this one. This one is the shocker for me. Garrett Cole, based on what he did this season, falls to the 13 slot.
Out of the entire MLB rosters. You have Garrett Cole as the what? 13th?
If I want to do this by feel, I'm putting Garrett Cole right beneath Shane Bieber, but I'm doing it based on the performance.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is performance
season.
Based. Okay.
Yeah, performance based. I should have explained that.
Carry on, my brother.
Then I have Lucas Giolito of the Chicago White Sox based on performance. And I could go through the performance, but you guys don't want to hear this, so I'm going to go next. Then I have Pablo Lopez of the Miami Marlins.
Damn, over Lucas Giolito?
Just based on performance.
I know. Performance. I mean, Giolito threw a no-hitter this year, man. That's why I'm saying performance-wise. Like,
I understand that, but so did fucking Mills in the Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
All right.
He's not
next.
On the list,
Clayton, no, hell no. Clayton Kershaw,
Ooh.
ladies and gentlemen. If anything, this should be like a Cy Young ranking, maybe. But anyway, then I have Max Fried, the only undefeated pitcher.
I'm interested to see. Was this the year of the pitcher and we didn't know it? The year of the home run and pitchers?
Then I have Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns. Can you tell me what team he pitches for?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Corbin Burns. I want to say that's what I was gonna say.
What? What are you talking about?
The Brewers.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, well done.
No, but I was gonna say
cut that out,
if you just give me a second. Nah, that's not getting cut out, man.
Next, I have Hyunjin Ryuu, ladies and gentlemen. Then I have Zach Greinke. What?
Pitches for the Astros?
No. Greinke does. Ryu pitches for the Blue Jays.
Well, you said Zach Greinke. Now
My bad. Then I have Kenta Maeda.
Pitches for the
Based
Twins.
on performance. Then I have Dinelson Lamet.
Pitches for the Padres.
Is it Lamet or Lemay?
I say Lamet.
Let's check it out.
I think he'll be all right, man. The way that we pronounce it.
No, man. Dinelson Lamet. Okay. Dinelson Lamet. Next. Trevor Bauer is my number 3 starter, not my number 2. And I'm going to make an argument here for why Yu Darvish should be the NL Cy Young, not Trevor Bauer. And again, I don't know if Yu Darvish started this weekend, then that would ruin all this. But no, he didn't. Okay, good. Thank you, Jesus. So
Yu Darvish should be the NL Cy Young. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. So Trevor Bauer is my number 3 starter in the postseason. Darvish is my number 2, and then Shane Bieber is the best ace in the postseason right now.
Okay, see, I didn't realize this was just a postseason ranking. So
I said that in the beginning. So
are you sure you said that in the beginning?
Pretty sure. When you listen back, you'll see. I'm going to tell you why. For you traditionalists out there, Yu Darvish has an 8-3 record. Trevor Bauer has a 5-4 record. He wins in terms of record, but who cares about the win? Kill the win, right?
No.
Let's talk about Ks per 9.
That's a stat that I like. That's a stat that I like.
In Ks per 9, Trevor Bauer actually edges out Mr. Darvish. Trevor Bauer struck out a shitload of people. 12.33 Ks per 9. Yu Darvish struck out 11.01 Ks per 9. So Trevor Bauer wins that battle. Let's look at walks.
But see, that's one of those stats that you have to recognize at 11K per. What was Yu Darvish? 11?
Yu Darvish 11.01 Ks per 9.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
That
and
is
Bauer's
still
12.33.
Yeah, I get that Bauer's is better, but come on. Like 11,
yeah, no, I know, but
yeah.
I get it.
Just saying, man, some stats hold more weight than others, you know?
All right. Walks per 9. Yu Darvish wins with 1.66 walks per 9 versus Bauer's 2.1 walks per 9. What was the next stat? Home runs per 9. Trevor Bauer gave up way more home runs. Actually, god damn it. Trevor Bauer is is 11th in this list in home runs per 9. He's given up the 11th most home runs of any pitcher on this list, whereas Yu Darvish is 3rd with 0.59. So Bauer gives up a lot of home runs. Think Justin Verlander last season, Cy Young, monster season, gave up way too many home runs that came to bite him in the ass in the postseason. It could come back and bite Bauer's ass in the postseason. I'm dragging this on. Darvish wins that. So ERA, Bauer wins 1.73. Right behind him is Darvish 2.01. FIP. Who wins FIP?
2.23 for you, Darvish.
And Bauer 2.86 for Bauer.
Okay.
Yu Darvish's FIP is 60 points less than Trevor Bauer's. I think that's significant. Okay. And for those who don't know what FIP is fielding independent pitching. It takes away the fielder from the stat. So the ERA considers what the fielders do behind the pitcher. So you could have a shitty shortstop, right, who doesn't make as many plays, So your ERA is going to go up because he's going to cause more runs to cross home plate, right? So FIP takes that out of the equation. It's the three true outcomes: strikeouts, home runs, and walks. Yu Darvish does that much better than Trevor Bauer does. So Yu Darvish wins that. Not only that, but Trevor Bauer's expected FIP this season, they're saying if the season had gone for an entire season, would have been in the threes, whereas Yu Darvish's would have been where Bauer's is now. So Darvish wins there. Darvish also wins in F WAR. He has a 3 F WAR, whereas Trevor Bauer has a 2.5 F WAR. So I think that Darvish is technically a better pitcher than Trevor Bauer was this season, thus should be the NL Cy Young. I rest my case.
Yeah, man. I don't know what F WAR stands for.
This is Fangraphs' WAR stat.
Fangraphs. Okay, so it's just kind of like
It's
a self-proclaimed stat. Like they're like, yeah, this is our WAR. Okay, cool.
This is our WAR.
Good for them.
And in B WAR, Baseball References WAR, Bauer's 2.7 and Yu Darvish is 2.7. So according to Baseball Reference, they're tied.
How the hell? One day I gotta take time and figure out how all this stuff is calculated, because this is ridiculous already. But yeah, based off the points that you've laid out, I guess Yu Darvish has been the better pitcher this year. Here's something super random that I had no idea until I'm looking at Yu Darvish's Baseball Reference page. He is currently the all-time leader in Ks per nine as a starting pitcher. Actually, he must be the all-time leader for all pitchers, because I don't think Baseball Reference separates starting pitching from relief pitching or whatever. So I guess he meets the minimum criteria to qualify for an all-time Ks per nine ranking, and he is currently the all-time leader. I'm pretty sure Chris Sale was the all-time leader 2 seasons ago.
I'm shocked by this. I'm not gonna lie, man. I did not expect to see this.
Me neither. And I also don't know why I completely wrote off Yu Darvish as a potential member of my fantasy baseball team, man. He must have really pissed me off in 2017. I just swore
didn't you draft him last year too?
No, I did not. Yu Darvish hasn't touched my roster since.
There are certain players in fantasy
that you just associate with people, right?
Right? Like people, I feel like people associate Joey Votto with me, even though I don't think I had him last year either. Did I?
You had him for a brief moment, I believe. Yeah,
Did I trade him to you?
I drafted him last year, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. But I feel like people associate Joey Votto with me. I associate Freddie Freeman and Yu Darvish with you for some reason.
Yeah.
And I associate Mike Trout with Horacio, our champ, by the way. Horacio, ladies and gentlemen, the Sarge.
The only guy that deserved to win it this year, if you think about it, man. Such a crazy season. It's like the only guy we all agree. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You deserved it.
And then there's some guys who just don't have any character at all, like Ivy, man. Like who's Ivy?
Yeah.
There's some guy he stumbles upon
close.
Players.
He's close, man. But this was the year for him to do it. He really does, man. Luke Boyt, I mean, leader of all in home runs.
Shane Bieber, man. If I had Shane Bieber, I'd be in the championship round right now.
You probably
would have throw that out there.
Yeah,
I would have won the shit. Did Horacio have Shane Bieber?
Nah, Ivy had Shane Bieber.
That's right. That's why I'm talking shit about Shane Bieber. And guys, I only had one Coronita, by the way. Little 7-ounce beer. This guy's like 20 deep.
Nah, man, only 3, but I don't drink as often, so my tolerance is way lower than Manny's.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So that's pretty much it. That was our postseason episode, I think. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nah, man. End of the regular season, onto the postseason, but the end is near for baseball.
Yeah, man. And when the baseball season is over, we are New York City tri-state area based. Although I live in Lancaster, I feel like I follow New York sports more than anything else. After the baseball season is over, if the Yankees don't advance, what does the New York City tri-state area have to look forward to?
The Buffalo Bills, man.
The Bills.
Let me stop you before you.
I'm not going to say anything about the Bills because I already told you I might adopt the Bills for this season. I might be on your side.
Join us, please. I had to endure all the jokes, all the explaining of why are you a Bills fan. I had to do all that already. All you have to do is show up.
just be real. You stumbled into the Bills, and they're good at the perfect time for you. Come on.
No, fuck that. I will defend this. No. I'll defend this. Trust me. I could defend.
I'm just kidding.
myself.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you
But
better
New
be.
York City tri-state area. No. So the NBA Finals is approaching soon. There's no Knicks anyway, so you don't have the Knicks to look forward to. I think the Islanders were eliminated. No hockey. If the Yankees get eliminated in the first round, no Yankees.
No Mets.
No Mets. Typical. No Nets. No Giants and Jets because they fucking suck, especially the Jets. Woo.
Just give up. Give up.
Wow.
Guys, give up. Roll over. Draft Trevor Lawrence.
Literally, the New York City tri-state area. I think the if you want to include Philadelphia, the Eagles aren't that good. The Sixers are out.
No, that's reaching. Like if you're gonna reach there, reach for the Bills, honestly. But what New York tri-state area needs to do is turn off the fucking lights because they don't need them anymore. Save on energy. Save money.
Switching to Geico. Wait a second. This is a guy who lives there and he's shitting on his own home. This is like
lights.
wow.
It's not, fuck it.
In DR, care. We call these people Vende Patria. And that's what you are, man. A Vende Patria.
I don't care,
Bills,
man.
The Bills are the only New York team that you root for, and they're fucking 8 hours away from you, man. It doesn't make any sense.
That says something about the annoyance I get of that tri-state area, man. I wish I could meet every Yankee fan and tell them to their face, you guys are spoiled. You guys don't deserve. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Move, then. Just move.
Nah, man, I'm good. Fuck.
All right. Anyway, before we leave, I just want to say that the Welcome to the Show podcast has been around since 2018. It really was birthed. It was conceived. My mind made love with CT's mind.
Stop, man.
During the 2017 postseason. Or his mind made love to mine, depending on how you look at it. I don't know who was on top, who was in the bottom. But anyway, in 2017, as the Welcome to the Show podcast, we're currently considering a name change.
Yeah, that's true.
And a bit of a format change. So just expect that out there, but the show's not going to change. It's still going to be us. We're still going to talk shit. I just want to prepare you guys for that. If you have any ideas, drop it in the comment section. Let us know.
Yeah, man. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our podcast.
Where are we at with the subs?
Last I checked, 96.
Wow, look at us. We're growing.
So hopefully 96. By the end of the season, we will be at 100.
Let's do it. That's the goal. So help us out. Recommend the podcast. Leave us a review. Comment. We always comment back. And yeah, follow this Buffalo Bills fan at Hovel Mojo on Twitter. Follow me at Manigo3 on Twitter. Follow the show at WT The Show. That's it.
Peace out.
Peace.